Yeah, that's pretty much proven it.
Alright, no point, and sitting here for another 7 minutes. What? Who is all and why do they need justice? It's a good question. Why don't you answer that question right now?
All is you.
Hey everybody, I am all, and I need justice because I need the sparkling justice.
What?
Justice. I was gonna do like the sparkling justice speech from Danganronpa, but it was literally just the word justice 16 times, and I don't think there were any other words in between. So that's the extent of that joke.
All right, let's finish this clown trial.
Can you?
Everyone can be heard. December 30th, 9:41 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5.
Good morning, Mac.
Not my name.
Oh yes, good morning, sweetie.
You don't seem like your usual sparkling self today, Geyser.
Yes, I ran out of body glitter. I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm working up to it.
Don't get nervous, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk.
Regina, your milk! Finally! I've been waiting for this.
I'm scared. Why is the milk important enough to have a photo?
I don't know. It's not a fucking court record item.
How fabulous! My sweetie pie princess, sweetie pie princess.
Be weird, Max. Don't be weird, Max. Stop talking.
You came to watch my performance today.
Of course I did! Mo told me that I should come and watch this.
Who said that?
So what kind of performance will you put on today? Let me guess, you'll fly at the end?
You see, it's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweetie? No. Yeah. I think, my, sweetie pie princess doesn't really...
Yeah, she doesn't really get that this is a court.
Well, Max, it looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. Today, I'm just a member of the audience.
Gallery.
Fabulous. Enjoy yourself out there. There's a lot of zany characters up there in the audience.
Okay, good luck, Max.
really not.
You're the best.
Audience, they're the least zany characters you'll ever encounter.
They really do like saying Silk Hat, White Roses, and the third one. Regina's different, don't you think, Nick?
Don't you think? White Roses, Purple Cloak?
Yeah.
Purple, yeah? Okay.
I think so. Top of the morning to ya!
Everybody, let's get ready to get stuck in legal limbo. How low can you go?
Hey, Mo.
Top of the morning to you, governor.
Howdy doody.
That's the ticket. Attacking the day starts with energy in the morning. And we gotta beat the hell out of this day. There must be nothing left of this day. The early bird gets the worm, and then again, the worms lack higher brain function, so it's very easy to get them. Here, Max, I brought you a present. Have some milk.
I'm worried this is starting to get relevant.
Oh my. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mom.
You know what they say about a clown's milk?
Finish the joke.
Funny?
How
Mo
are you
hated
today,
milk.
right?
What?
I mean, I thought Mo hated Max.
He does, I think.
Why the hell did he bring him milk?
Oh.
Benjamin hates Max.
A lot of people hate Max.
Yeah, Moda also doesn't like Max. He literally has a line where
Whoa.
he's like, if I start running the circus, it's a shame, but I'll have to keep Max like on board.
I don't think he's ever said that.
He literally. I'm too lazy to pull up the VOD, but he did.
I'm pretty sure everybody hates Max. Oh,
except
you mean
except
aggro.
Regina.
Huh? You think he did it? Be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line, literally. He's got guts to spare. And I've taken a couple, so I know.
If all I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is, I'm used to it already. Just means I won't be able to press him like I can other witnesses. Fuck.
What are you gonna do then, Nick?
I guess today we'll just have to do without our usual psychological warfare. Today we rely on evidence, which is a nice change of pace.
I sincerely doubt that, but it's gonna be tough. Anyways, I want you to make sure that Regina sees it all today. It's important.
Okay, he hates Max. Absolutely.
Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father.
Alright, hold on, Mo. Let's just let her live in her dream world, alright?
Yo,
Not
hurting anyone.
completely off topic. But Dragon Ball Fighters is 85% off, meaning it's $9 right now.
Uh-huh.
I just saw that right now. I'm like, holy shit.
Pretty good deal for a game I'm not gonna buy for $9.
It's a pretty good deal. If you like fighting games, go buy Dragon Ball Fighters.
Yeah, that's why I brought her here to court today.
What's that supposed to mean? I thought we were at least like decent acquaintances, you know?
You
Not
need
like-
to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe people becoming stars. That's dumb. Like the thought that the law system is right and just.
December
For all.
30th, 10 a.m. District Court, Court number 2.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica, otherwise known as Fred.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well, Miss Von Karma, you may proceed with your case.
The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events.
What's the meaning of this?
It's very aggressive. We have discovered a new witness, or shall I say a new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime.
I feel like we've only ever summoned eyewitnesses. We never really get experts on the subject, but order anyways. Order. I have a feeling something like this would come up.
Due to this revision, we are not prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation the prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detective stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders. He
Or
put
gumshoe.
it in a little shoebox. It was like a diorama.
Very well, please call your witness to the stand. Oh yeah, Gumshoe, I forgot that he's a non-eyewitness witness.
How do you know?
Because he
Hello,
never sees
Mr.
things,
Wright.
he just investigates them afterwards.
Name and occupation.
Ken Dingling, but everyone calls me Acro. I'm employed as an acrobat at the Big Berry Circus.
Holy shit!
Close.
People never give me their name and occupation that easily. Where were you on the night of the crime?
I was in my room that night. If you look at the map that
That's Von Karma.
Detective Gumshoe made with its mad
Von
graphic
Karma.
design-
Anyways, if you look at the map, you will
On
see the
karma.
witness's room is near the crime scene.
My room is on the 3rd floor. Crime scene is below my window.
Thank you, Ken.
Hmm.
The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you witnessed? I was just gonna say what you saw, but alright.
Of course.
That's what OK stands for.
What I witnessed. It was just after 10 p.m., and I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Then a few months later, I saw someone flying, if you believe it, right by my window. It was Max Galactica, I'm pretty sure. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming.
I often feel like I'm dreaming. This witness's testimony exactly matches up with that of the clown.
If that's the case, there is very little the prosecution need add. All that's left is to explain how the defendant disappeared into the sky that night.
Before we get that far, I'd just like to cross-examine the witness.
A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool.
You know what? It's not the same speech, so I'll give you points for that. However,
Faye is rolling in her grave.
A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth did.
gonna need some context for that.
Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony?
In the words of Miss Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There's no way that actually happened, you dumb bitch.
I remember that quote like it was yesterday.
Did I really
You may
add?
proceed
Did I
with the
really add the "you
cross-examination.
dumb bitch" part? That sounds like something I'd say.
It does.
So, Mr. Wright, how's your day going so far?
I'm
Good
gonna
morning.
fucking eat your birds, dude. Stop being so nice. I'm trying to do my job here. My job is to hate everyone who steps through those doors.
Even
I don't
Maya?
think that's your job. I mean, I don't mean to
I don't
presume
step through the
on
doors. I jump
your
through the...
occupation. I don't know what
I'm
kind
not even listening to a word you're saying.
of stress incurs from your job, but I
I'm
don't
trying. You're making it very difficult to read these two sentences, Ken.
There's three.
Sorry. I'll just shut up for now.
Holy fuck. 10 p.m. tonight at the Lodging House Plaza. Okay. Okay. Hey, look, it's Max Galactica. Sure.
Just after. 15 minutes is not just after. Acro.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
It's a quarter of an hour after.
Thump noise? Bro, a thump noise?
Dude, me too. I know they said don't press at the start of the trial, but I think you're actually supposed to.
Yeah, that's why I just pressed. The light in your room was turned off then, right?
That's true. I was going to bed after all.
So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window?
Safety lights lit things up enough for me to see. But honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. it was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front.
Did you see any of the other symbols?
I clearly saw the silk hat, as well as
The
the
birds
cloak
were like,
wrapped around
fuck
his
no,
neck.
bro. I'm getting serious. I'm out of here. Oh, they're back.
I'm convinced that the person I saw had to be Max Galactica.
Me too.
I mean, I don't know about a contradiction necessarily, but
Bro, that's just clothes. Dude. Of course. Bust.
bust. What do you have to say about that?
You do have a
Man.
full health bar
You know,
and the ability to save.
no, you're not wrong. Just trying to see if I can spot fucking. Wait, he said that he saw the white roses.
He did not
with
see
with
the
a
white roses.
silhouette.
He said he
said he
didn't
couldn't
see
see white
them
roses.
because he only saw the back.
No, he said. No.
He said he couldn't.
No.
And that's why I asked, did you see any of the other symbols?
I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Okay, fine.
Okay. What's the
There's a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given.
If there's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence.
She's right. Let's see some evidence. You dumb bitch. Do you have any evidence to support your claim of a contradiction?
I got Tom. Oh, no.
Wait, there's no health bar. You might be able to get away with it.
I would just love a transcript right now. Just if I could just see that real quick.
He basically just said that he saw the cloak and the hat.
I don't.
It
I
might
don't like
be
that answer.
It might be because the hat is supposed to have fallen.
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
point.
yeah.
Left behind.
Forgot
How
about
could it
that.
get to the window?
Oh god, I hate it.
I
here.
I
But
think
you
it's
didn't even. What in the world is this?
That didn't work.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, that's right.
You
I'm
just
stupid.
didn't-
Why
isn't
did
the-
what? That wouldn't work.
Hey, you didn't take any
Yeah,
health
you don't get
damage.
Time to
punished.
do it again.
Thick as hell.
Actually, let me check my evidence. Just really quick. Do I have anything to fucking? Is it in the crime scene photo?
The hat?
No.
No. But the
Well,
hat,
I'm
the
not
hat
sure if
says
that's
the hat
hat.
says the hat says it was found on the crime scene.
What about the pepper? What if you just chuck it at him? Like
Yeah.
beat him in the head with the pepper?
Yeah, sometimes I just throw pepper at people. I don't spray it at them because that's mean, so I just throw it instead.
Okay, yeah, that's what he said. Son of a bitch. Claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that?
Mm,
That's
You
what
can say the
mean,
line.
Mr.
you-
Wright?
Thank you. The silk cat.
What about the silk hat? I saw it in Max's head as he flew by my window.
Getting tired of this. You should have tried looking down out of your window that night.
That would have been quite difficult considering the state that I'm in.
Actually, everyone shut up. I'm not ableist.
Just looking outside the window was a tough enough challenge for me.
That's a shame, because you would have noticed the still cat found on the scene.
That's the ringmaster's hat, right?
Excellent try, I guess. But no matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk cat.
Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright?
Holy
You know
fuck,
it's
do I have to
illegal to look
graph
out
it
windows
out
in
for
San
you,
Francisco.
Judge?
Are you saying Max has 2 silk hats?
No, this is a handmade, one-of-a-kind model made only for Maximilian Galactica. Which means, Acro, Ken, Barbie, that you've been fibbing on the stand.
Order.
As always, it looks like someone just had to open their mouth before thinking.
Are you okay, Nick?
Well, I opened my big mouth, and now I have to back it up.
How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause this witness to commit perjury in this court today?
Well,
Hey, it's only the first contradiction. Might as well just run with it.
I guess. Fuck it. Yeah. He wasn't fucking dreaming. He doesn't have a grudge against Max. Hold on, I'm trying to remember the exact story. He got fucked. No, he's a grudge against Regina, not Max.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think I can save. I can? That's kind of cringe, I'm honest with you.
It's kind of cringe.
Fuck it, Acro's the real culprit. Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself.
On this occasion. That's all you fucking do. Oh, neat. Von Karma,
What in
the
the world are
actual
you
whiplash
accusing
I
him
had
of?
when I realized Maya and Fran are the same age. Also, hey, gamers. Hi, Green.
Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Mr. Big Berry Man.
Robble. Mr. Wright, are you serious? It's a little early.
Deadly serious, Your Honor.
Not as deadly as Acro.
I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab at the audience's heart and mind.
What?
Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics. Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book.
Okay, I won't fall for any more tricks.
If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. The entire
Oh my god.
He's calm enough for it to almost be scary.
That is not... You realize the Angel of Death passed a polygraph test, right?
Mr. Dingling, do you have any response to the defense's accusations?
I don't think I really need to say a thing, do I?
What do you mean?
Everyone, with all due respect, take a look at me. I can't stand up by myself, let alone leave the lodging house.
That's true.
I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. It's his job, I get it. But I don't see how accusing me helps at all.
The Angel of Death was a Nazi scientist.
That's pretty random of you to say, Mr.
Somebody
Wright.
in chat asked, so I answered it.
Are you holding a live stream right now?
See, even a sliver of common sense makes it clear the accusation is ludicrous.
Don't ask questions, Ken.
To answer his question, yes.
Phoenix is a poopy head!
Phoenix is a poopy head!
That's gotta be a translation error, right? I mean, there's no way.
See that, Mr. Phoenix Wright? If you're trying to drum up support from the Peanuts Gallery, that's how you do it.
Wow, you really just dissed everyone who's on your side right now. That's amazing.
I think it's enough of this little game. I've got a doctor's note to confirm that Acro is unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well? I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice.
What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have Dr. Mario as his accomplice? And you better not say the monkey.
You know... The bust.
The bust.
Of course. This is a
The best
Goosebumps
accomplice ever.
episode. Hold on, I'm trying to work through this in my head, because it's
I do
true.
like
You
Goosebumps.
do be in a
Good book
wheelchair?
series.
You clown. Nobody's read the books.
I
Nobody's
did.
seen
I
the movies.
did.
What?
Of course,
Everyone
Fran
That's
has
what it
blue
is.
hair and pronouns. Cancel
I
culture
mean-
strikes again.
I mean, you say that like there's another way to consume Goosebumps.
You
There's
see,
only
I
the-
don't actually remember the answer to this one. Because I have a theory for both ways.
Yeah, I agree. I don't remember.
The problem is,
which
I don't
way
really
that
have a
is.
theory for him not having an accomplice.
But if he has an accomplice, I think it has to be the monkey because the bust is shiny.
It's impossible for Acro to be the murderer in this case. If that's the case, then it's natural for one to consider possible accomplices.
You don't say.
Not good. Fuck.
Don't tell me you think you're going to get off easy.
Okay, the music changed, so I'm assuming I'm on the right track. What?
You must not have heard that sound just now. Maybe it wasn't clear enough?
Sound of the music changing? That's usually in my favor.
The sound of you falling into your own trap can be hard to notice sometimes. It sounds
damn.
exactly
No!
like when you're winning.
Oh, it's the sound of the music falling off! No!
Mr. Wright, I've hired this court band to mess with you psychologically so
Ah!
you can this trial. Is it working? If Acro did not have an accomplice, things are not looking good for you.
I understand, Your Honor. Oh.
Don't do that in my courtroom. Anyways, who, perchance, would happen to be Acro's accomplice?
It's not the fucking monkey.
My only theory is it's the... Okay, I'll say my only theory is the monkey, because
What?
the bust is shiny.
It's the monkey. You
Not the
idiot.
fucking monkey. Not the monkey.
Don't tell me you think you're going to get off easy.
What?
Oh, did you hear that?
You're what? Oh,
The
it's
sound
the
of you
same
getting...
thing.
Oh,
Fuck.
okay.
Yo, did it not
Damn
punish you? Yo, it
I was
doesn't
pretty-
punish you?
I was pretty confident. Man. It
Oh,
looks like
yeah.
I'm gonna get punished this time.
Yeah, look, now it's asking a different question. Do you have any proof that this person was an accomplice? The answer is
though.
nope.
Any proof that this person you've accused was indeed an accomplice?
Who did you accuse? Regina?
Yeah.
You know, I have a guess here, just to make sure. Because that fucking Leon clue is like everything I'm basing this on.
Okay.
It's such a hunch, but I just want to make sure I don't have anything that holds up better.
Why would Acro work with Regina when he supposedly
When
hates
he
her?
hates Regina, yeah.
Yeah, see, the thing is... Alright, this trial sucks, right?
Should have saved.
No, savings for little bitches and Batman.
And Batman?
Ah, yeah, the two groups of people that matter. Little bitches and Batman. The Venn diagram of little bitches and Batman
Yeah.
is a very big one. There's a massive centerpiece.
Yeah. And the single thing in that centerpiece is saving.
Alright, I'm gonna be real with you. If this
No,
is
it's
wrong,
with
I'm doing it
Batman.
again. If this is wrong, I'm accusing Regina again.
Why?
Because...
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
Save. That's it. This evidence is lacking persuasive power. It's bad. It's wrong.
You didn't miss that sound, did you, Mr. Phoenixite? You know, the sound of you receiving a penalty. It sounds like an explosion.
Alright.
Remember to save regularly.
Oh, you don't. You shouldn't have saved.
What are you talking about?
Because it brought you here again.
I don't care.
So you're just accepting it? You totally could have just loaded and been at the same spot that you are now?
What?
The thing you just...
That's not where I... Is that where I
overwrote
saved
was where
prior?
you
Oh, I
were.
did, didn't
Yeah.
I? Oh, well, whatever,
Yeah.
who cares?
We
Whatever,
are...
who cares?
I just realized this case is called Turnabout Big Top with Fran as the prosecutor. What are you implying with that?
What?
Big time.
No, hold on. What are you
Just because her
implying?
sleeves are big. I think it's just because her sleeves are big, bro. Damn it. Alright, I really wanted that to be the case. I wanted to be smart. If it's the monkey, I'm gonna need to see a therapist, bro.
I will be your therapist. I'm not licensed, but I am very funny.
I'm not licensed either, but people have said talking to me can be very therapeutic.
I bet, I bet Russell Berry also thought that. You're an idiot.
Yeah, it's
No.
not that clue anyway.
I'm starting to think.
Not have
I'm starting to think he didn't have an accomplice.
He did not have an accomplice.
Guys, stop! Don't bitch out now, okay?
No. He did not have an accomplice.
Did you already try the monkey?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And we presented Max's bust in a court of law. Everything anybody would ever want.
Damn it.
I thought I already read. I thought I already read this line. Now then, this
I
must be when we
don't
get
think
to
so.
hear the name of the mystery accomplice.
Not this time, unfortunately.
What?
You're not gonna sucker me into this one.
What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright?
There was no accomplice. Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself.
Rubble.
Great for him. Finally, someone with the guts to not use another person. What are you getting at? Way to keep them on their toes, Nick.
Now I'm gonna have to prove how it all fits together. I have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry.
Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that?
You know what I can't do? Can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed.
Alright, then let's do it. I don't know what it is yet. But we'll figure
Mr.
it out.
Phoenix Wright. If this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right?
Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear up something for me. When the crime was committed, where exactly was Mr. Dingling? Where was he dingling? For that.
Well, that's a complicated question.
Was he inside of Mo? Was he inside of
No.
Acro?
I don't think he was inside of Mo or himself. I think he was in the cafeteria having a nice steak dinner. But I don't think you'll accept that. Alright. Come on, brain. I got
Alright.
nothing. Head's
Alright.
completely fucking
If
empty.
Acro was the killer, right? Going by mythologic,
Not a
and-
single fucking iota of a thought in my head right
and
now.
Mo completely believes that he saw Max fly off that night. How do you think Acro killed Russell?
I don't know. Fucking. There's no, like. There's nothing above that area, so it's not like he rigged up trapeze equipment or something to lift himself up. I mean, that's probably what fucking happened, but it doesn't make any sense.
Remember, Russell died of bludgeoning.
Yeah. So.
I wish you could act as your court record right now. So badly.
I don't fucking.
In the play. Huh?
Sorry,
You're
I sort
right,
of
though.
assumed I'd get shot down.
The murderer would have had to have met the victim.
Don't worry, I'm here to shoot you down.
Ow.
Miss Von Karma, stop it. You will be quiet and refrain from striking people.
The witness could not have possibly left the lodging house on his own. Not to mention what Mr. Phoenix Wright just said. There was no accomplice, remember?
Yeah, you're right. Think I get another shot?
Wait 1 minute. I have to do something funny. Don't forget about my proverbial whip as well. Or my literal whip.
Alright.
Where was he? Answer the question. I bet you don't know. I bet you don't know.
Yeah, I don't. There's
Wouldn't
literally.
it be funny
I
if you
might.
said Mo?
Dude, my train of thought has moved on to a different fucking country. I'm just gonna
That's-
fucking select locations.
Acro?
Pretty simple, eh? Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can only be one correct answer. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster.
You sound very depressed. Also, are you nuts?
What say you, Mr. Dinkeling?
It's an interesting theory.
I mean, it kind of doesn't contradict your testimony at all, so far. Okay. I guess I nailed him.
He had to leave the call. Considering that what you proposed is impossible, yes, that's it. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there is no way he could go to the scene or be the killer.
I haven't contradicted that yet, but you do have a point.
It seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime.
That's true.
I mean, no, but also yes?
Mo said he saw Max, didn't he?
But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly.
Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright?
So quiet.
What is it?
I understand some of your logic. I see where you're coming from. However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume.
I'd save soon.
Yeah.
Next course of this legal buffet?
Be careful, Nick, if you mess up here.
Yeah. Serious thought. Dude, the fucking
Time to
Akinator
enlighten
does
us on
more
how
thinking than I
Mr.
am right now.
Kenjamin Dingling committed the crime, Mr. Wright. He just threw the pepper at him as hard as humanly possible from a third-story
Possible.
building, and it like hit
But
him
how
directly.
did it end up in the box? A space into the crate.
Oh, it was in the box?
The box was open and it like bounced off of the ringmaster's supple skull into the box, and the force fix closed.
I think we will be finally
gonna-
disgraced with an explanation.
Just gonna get him him convicted guilty real quick. Don't push it, Von Karma.
What?
You aren't gonna suck me. I'm smart enough to know when
Yeah,
I
correct.
don't have the cards to play, and my hand sucks right now.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
He means that everything he said up until now has all been nonsense. It's true, right? If you can't establish proof of your murder theory, then it's nonsense. He's trying to fool us by playing some misdirection game.
Yeah, I sort of figured.
There's evidence.
Yeah, I figured.
Nick, you gotta show them evidence.
Shut up, Maya.
No,
Being mean to me all the time.
trust me, I was gonna say something related to what you said that Miss Von Karma should do, but it felt inappropriate at the time.
Automod got him.
Maya.
What does the G in Max G stand for?
Black.
What?
Just Galak.
Galak?
Yeah.
I think it stands for guac.
I don't know. Big wooden fuck off box.
I think you should try again before somebody gets the chance to say nothing.
Yeah, you're probably right. So as I was saying, this piece of evidence.
Stop, wait, I say, before you start over, you must be penalized. I insist.
Thank you, Your Honor. You're so
You're welcome.
generous. Oh my god. Alright.
Use the Megatama.
You were very close, though.
Magatama! Oh, is it the fucking... I mean, like, the only real way he could have killed him is if he... So, hold on. The guy everyone saw that was dressed like Max wasn't carrying a box. Nobody saw Russell walk past. We just assume it happened. He was killed by blunt force trauma to the back of the skull? Where's the autopsy? Yeah. To the back of the head. He died slumped over the top of the box. Acro couldn't have gone down there and put him over the box because he can't leave his room by himself. It was a figure that looked like Max Galactica hovering around, flew into the sky. Mo saw it. Mo's a little bitch, so... Taken from the cafeteria before the crime. Well, now hold on, because if this happened at 10 o'clock, somebody had to have gone there 6 months ago. Somebody... It's the hat, I'll scream.
It is not the hat.
I don't... Not the hat? I don't even know why it would be the hat. I don't know why it would be the hat.
Oh, you know, he just put some bricks in the hat. You know.
I want to fucking try the hat.
Oh my god.
Thanks, Green. Thanks for the idea.
Alright, thank God.
I certainly took that.
I still don't understand how you've been so close so many times.
It's hurting us. All of us.
It's
hurting me.
actively hurting us.
This hurts me way more than it hurts you, I promise. Oh my god, alright, so if he's the fucking murderer, you haven't forgot what happened 6 months ago. 6 months ago, everyone was hanging out in the fucking big top. Ekro's brother, Bat, or whatever the fuck his name was, stuck his head inside the lion's mouth. Lion clamped down, chomped his head.
My source says that I made it up.
Can't out-bludgeon that. It's... Okay, who could have misinterpreted this note? The only people who died that day were Bat and the Lion. We'll use loosely. Acro thinks Regina murdered Bat because Regina was in charge of the Lion. Russell killed the Lion, but nobody was really mad about that. Not like Max was up in arms over this lion dying. That was too preoccupied being dead to care. Mo and Trilo couldn't give a fuck. Ben isn't a real person. Okay, alright, so assume that Russell had supposed somebody left this note there because they were angry at him for killing the lion. Or angry at him for the lion to kill Bat. It doesn't really matter. Assume Russell was supposed somebody was angry for somebody's death. Conclusive evidence, everyone was fucking there.
What do you think the conclusive evidence was?
I don't fucking know. I mean... Not this motherfucker.
Oh, this is an unrelated question. I mean, the question Mr. Judge is asking is entirely separate.
Alright, the box itself weighs 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Not like there was something inside the box making it weigh. Small seasoning bottle. Why the hell? Okay. So Russell took this shit in a big wooden box to the middle of a plaza in the snow.
Yeah.
Why? Why would he do that? What absolutely insane reason would he have to do that? I don't remember anyone saying that they were deathly allergic to fucking
Damn,
pepper.
Andrew, you once said that the first case of the first game was the hardest, but this trial is really the hardest.
The first game of the first, the first trial of the first game is still harder than this by a long shot.
Damn.
First trial,
You really
the first
think so?
game. That trial. Not
The
hard.
hardest in the series.
Mr. Salt.
The hardest in the series. Except, actually, I think I had more trouble with the last one in the third game. I just really liked the last one in the third game, so I forgive it. Anyways,
So-
you're not doing the tried and true strategy of presenting everything until it works.
But I don't want to do that.
shocked.
That's stupid.
So, here's what we know, right? We
Already
know
Fucking said everything we know.
Russell, wearing Max's outfit, walked with the wooden box with the pepper in it to the plaza, which is where he died.
Well, we
Well, we know
no
we
one
know
saw him with
we-
the box, so for all we know, it could have been there the whole time. We
It could have
don't
been.
know that he
it could have been.
box.
So yeah, right. We then know that the hat theoretically falls off at some point, right? But Mo is positive that he sees Max in the hat and the cloak fly straight up into the air after it's already done. We know Acro.
Yeah,
we know
and
Acro is on the third floor.
Acro is claiming the same.
And we know that he died of blunt force trauma. So I feel like it's reasonable to assume Acro dropped something on the Ringmaster. Can you
Since
think
he
of
can't hit him over the head of it.
Can you think of something else heavy that we have in our
Okay.
court record that he could have
Sure. I mean, yeah, obviously, there's
dropped an
like
entire ass
one
lion
other
on him.
thing, a whole fucking lion, obviously.
No.
But also, all right, fine. Then suppose. Okay, if the hat fell off of whoever the fuck did the deed,
but Mo still saw the hat on the Max he saw.
then the fucking whatever you call it, the apropos bullshit is that this shit was lifted into the air. But that would be, first of all, the wrong silhouette. Second of all, there's no fucking long ass cloak. It's just a bust.
You could put something on the bust.
What, like a fucking
could.
cloak?
It's also heavy
Yeah.
and made of metal.
All right. So fine. Let's suppose somebody put a cloak over this bust and a hat on top of the bust hat.
It would also
He
explain
wouldn't-
why. It also
No, you
explain
can
why
just use
Mo.
the bust hat itself.
Yeah. Because you just saw the silhouette.
No, yeah.
It would be proportionally small, sure, but it would still look like a hat.
Yeah, because the hat is one of a kind, but not the fucking cloak.
Yeah, the cloak is just a low blanket he found at a thrift store.
Yeah, you just picked that shit up for 20 cents on the dime.
At Cloaks R Us.
Yeah.
It's the jacket with the cropped off card that's like really expensive.
Yeah, that was
but
that
nobody
was
pays
high
attention to
quality
it.
designer jacket.
Yeah,
They
he
even
totally
made it the
didn't
ace of
just
spades.
totally didn't just put that shit on like a temporary tattoo. It's just
It's a high quality designer temporary tattoo.
What's that? A picture?
is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in the picture.
Max's big titted chest.
quite a large bust, and because it is life-sized, it's also very, very heavy.
Heavy?
Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death. Especially if it was dropped from a third-story window.
Ah, you can't possibly fucking mean.
See, this is how Acro was able to kill the Ringmaster. With the force of gravity and Maximilian Galactica's ample bust.
Rubble, 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 rubble.
Order, order. So you're saying the bust fell onto the ringmaster?
A rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it'd be incredibly easy to commit.
So
like what? He
Mr.
tied a
Wright.
rope around the bust, threw it down at the Ringmaster. First of all, great shot from 3 stories up, and then pulled it up with the rope, and it went straight up into the air?
So, Mr. Wright, if I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying that I killed the ringmaster by death by snoo snoo?
If you say so.
Good one, Acro. Thank you.
Wait, but that doesn't explain...
I'm gonna give you a not guilty for that one.
Shouldn't the Ringmaster in this photo be wearing Max's cloak as well? Why would he... They would have found the cloak at the crime scene, not just the hat.
I'm not sure. I think the game is about to pull something where it's like the cloak he was wearing got snagged by the bust, which is why Mo didn't see the cards, because like maybe the cards caught on. I think it's something stupid like that.
Cards...
I genuinely just don't
cards are on his
remember
jacket.
Russell
No,
wearing
I-
the jacket at any point in time. I mean, oh, I guess it was Ben and Trelo's testimony. Okay, never mind.
How could you possibly wheel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible.
Didn't Ben and Trilo say that they saw the white roses too?
They did. I think.
They
I don't
did, yeah.
remember.
Yet somehow didn't see his fucking face. Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust. It's only 400
Mr.
pounds.
Dingling, how do you respond to these charges?
Well,
Acro's at a loss for words, except for well.
He should be. He knows I'm getting close to the truth. I don't fully understand why Acro would want to kill the Ringmaster. Unless Regina is somehow... No, because he wouldn't work with Regina. He fucking hates her.
I'd watch what I say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What?
Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case.
I mean, it's not because he gave Max a raise. He has no gripe against Max.
I demand that we get proper testimony from the witness himself.
Testimony, you say? In this courtroom?
On karma. Just using this testimony as a ruse to stall for time. I almost said rouse. I'm very glad that my brain managed to catch up for that one at least. There's absolutely no need for such testimony.
The defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond.
There's no reason that Acro
The
would want his
defense's
brother
objection
dead.
is overruled.
What? I wasn't listening.
You're
What objection?
You're wrong. It's overruled. Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony from Dr. Mario.
The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards him.
How did Acro get injured again? He was trying to save Bat and
Yeah.
somehow got... What, his
Yeah.
spine was damaged?
Yeah. No, Bat's spine was damaged. I think his legs.
Bat's
were
fucking
damaged.
dead.
That's in a coma.
that's
Hit on
in
the
a
head.
coma.
Whatever, close enough.
Seriously,
Seriously
And
both
injured both
Acro
legs.
was subsequently mauled by Leon trying to fight him off from
Weird
hurting
fucking
his brother.
injury from a lion attack, but everyone
You know, you
else
just
was
kick him
there,
in the
so
face a bunch of times and then he bites your leg off, you know.
he
Or
still
not
has
off,
both
just
legs.
like bite him in the thighs. Not hard enough
Just
to,
a
you know,
little
take
nibble.
him off.
Just a little nibble.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Did you ever watch that Disney movie, Moana, Judge?
No.
Why did they do the header in ransom note style
Damn.
and then the rest of it just like in print?
There's a song from that movie called "You're Welcome" that randomly
that.
popped into my head when you said that.
I haven't
don't know
forgotten
why.
what happened 6 months ago, have you? I have conclusive evidence of what took place.
Do you watch Disney movies, Judge?
Yes, just literally just not Moana, and also anything released before the year 2000.
Oh, okay.
That serves what? Moana came out in like 2012.
I said Moana and anything that came out before 2000.
You just specifically hate Moana?
I just never saw it. It's the only. Well, I also didn't finish The Good Dinosaur, but I don't think anybody's capable of finishing that movie.
Mm.
You can get a half hour
it
and
is a
fall
pretty
asleep,
bad
and that would go.
movie.
Okay, so the fucking
Yeah, I'm one of the few people in this world who was able to get through the full Good Dinosaur movie, and I can say it's not good for your sanity.
What about the good space movie called Dinosaur?
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Mm.
The one also made by Disney?
Yes, the one made by Disney in like 2005 or something.
No, I haven't watched it. I didn't care.
Did
What was
What's
that?
your favorite Disney movie, Judge?
Oh, easy, Zootopia.
A classic. I love that one too. It's great.
Was Utopia out by the time this game takes place?
Yes, this is
Don't care.
2017.
This game will be 2017, and Zootopia came out in 2017?
No,
Yeah,
it was like
2016.
2015. Yeah, it was earlier.
Wait,
It's definitely out. It's
but
very
did
good.
the Good Dinosaur come out?
2016.
2015.
I'm still good.
Anyways, my favorite Disney movie is Tangled.
It's
Really,
also a good one.
I really like that movie.
pretty good, I must say.
It's good. Mhm.
Over
Robin Hood, another great Disney movie.
over
That
Ratatouille.
one's classic. Oh, Ratatouille.
Isn't Ratatouille a
Over.
Isn't Ratatouille a Pixar movie?
Well,
Still counts
yeah,
under
but
the
Disney
Disney
owns
line.
Pixar.
I consider
Did they
them.
at the time?
Oh yeah, we're in the middle of a case. Maybe it did have something to do with the time.
No, I said did Pixar own or did Disney own Pixar at the time of Ratatouille?
Yeah, literally the second Toy Story release, Disney was like, "You're ours now."
Oh, really?
I still consider Pixar movies and Disney movies different.
Good.
That's fair.
If a movie has Pixar put on it, it's a Pixar movie. Otherwise, it's a Disney movie. They have two different animation teams. It's just
Yeah,
that
that's fair.
Disney decides to label themselves as Disney Pixar whenever a Pixar movie comes out. It's like, it's just stupid. Just call it a Pixar movie.
Which Toy Story movie is your favorite?
Toy Story 2. Have you ever heard the German dub? It's fantastic.
I have not. I'm gonna have to listen to that.
I have to stop answering opinion-based questions in the judge's voice because I don't know if he would say 2 is the best or 1 just because it was cool when it came out.
Because it was cool when it came out.
I wasn't alive when it came out, so
Channel the spirit of the judge, and let his spirit guide your answer.
How nostalgia crazy is the judge?
extremely. When ranking Pixar movies, he probably wouldn't care. He would just say Toy Story is the best because it was the first one they did.
I like the concept that he likes he's nostalgia crazy, so he likes Toy Story the most. But his favorite Disney movie is Zootopia.
yeah.
All right.
Yo, it's Apro's physical state.
I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bus. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bus and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body.
Wrong fucking picture. Show me the map. Have to walk.
That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the Ringmaster's head. Thus, I would reason it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him. Don't you think?
Yeah, it does make more sense for there to be a rigged up pulley system.
I have no doubts in regards to this witness's testimony.
It was impossible for him to lift the bust and stick himself out far enough to look.
Hypothetically, I mean, if somebody were to use the pepper to make the lion sneeze and kill Bat, then putting the pepper in the box in the middle of the square, we didn't see the ringmaster holding the box, which means possibly that he found the box there. Somebody left the note there for the ringmaster, not Regina, then he would have dressed like Max just to throw off any suspicion of himself, because, if somebody saw him walking to the courtyard, they'd be suspicious. So he gets to the courtyard, opens the box, sees the pepper, bus drops on him, he dies, lands on the box. The box was locked, though. There was no key? Maybe the box locks when it closes?
Not to mention that he could not have known the location of the ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries.
The box being in a predetermined place, placed by the murder, would allow him to rig up the pulley system accurately.
That's what I was thinking. What's your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright?
I'd still like to proceed with my cross-examination.
He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really.
Okay, alright, come on, keep going.
You're doing great.
Thank you, Your Honor. Suppose, yeah, you could have. Accurate. Sure. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna start pressing stuff.
I want to start with the ones at the end.
And why is that? Because the ones at the end are irrelevant.
Disagree.
Because if I were to do that, I'll end up falling out the window myself. I still haven't gotten much feeling back in my legs yet.
So you couldn't have thrown that bust out of the window.
How long do you think your recovery will take?
You have to remember that my nerves were severely damaged. Leon had a vicious nibble. I'm currently undergoing some extreme intensive rehabilitation. But it's still gonna take a while before I'm back up to 100%.
Let me remind you of another very important point. If the witness was carrying the bust, he would not be able to see out below the window.
Why do you say it'd be impossible?
Allow me to explain. You accept that if I was carrying the bust, I couldn't see out below the window? Thus, there's no way that I would know the location of the ringmaster's head.
Well, I suppose you've got a point.
Hey, Nick.
Huh?
What if you turn things around? Maybe if you think of it sort of like this.
Agatama?
If he knew the location of the ringmaster's head...
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. That's why I
then
think he
you
put the
drop
crate
the
there,
ball.
Maya.
Yeah, you're...
Only I could prove it somehow.
I don't know why. I was looking at Acro's sprite and I just saw the phoenix going, Your Honor, I'd like to cross-examine the cockatoo!
I think I've already explained things sufficiently.
Oh my god.
What? Irrelevant now. Have you ever lifted up the bus before?
No, I've never actually lifted it up with my own two hands. But I should get to it, don't you think? I can't let money outdo me on this.
The money can lift it.
Money
Can't
is
do that.
very
Alright.
strong.
Thanks,
Empowered
Chief.
by the full moon, too.
Money? That
Gets
crazy
really
monkey has
buff.
lifted Max's bus before. Both money. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Where's that hummingbird like looking bird going whenever it disappears?
To Phoenix.
Into the
actually.
judge's
There's an
beard.
animation where it like
Into the
where it,
judge's
like,
I like into the judge's beard.
I also can confirm that that's true.
So what have you been doing to
Sometimes
keep in shape? Wow, what a
Well,
bitch.
To be honest, I've given up on training.
Go on, look at
I
ass.
don't have any plans to return to the trapeze as a tightrope.
Sounds
Even
like
if I
fucking Yamcha.
could restore my physical condition,
You don't
without
say.
Sean, my career as an acrobat is shot. But no offense, I'm not worried about losing to you in a race or anything.
Well, you should be. I'd smoke you.
Neither am I, Mr.
Maybe.
Phoenix Light.
I wouldn't lose either, Slowpoke. I mean, Nick. I'm a great runner.
Oh, whoa, whoa. How'd the discussion turn to me all of a sudden?
I suppose you could say that I'm stronger than the average bear.
But not stronger
Ah!
but not stronger than the average lion, am I right?
True.
Where did I find that ring?
I don't
What ring?
Stenographer?
the
Trilo's ring for Regina.
Trilo's ring for Regina. Actually forgot.
I do not know if it matters.
I want it to matter. Alright, alright, alright. If all you had to do was drop it, then it wouldn't have been a problem at all.
If all I had to do was drop it, you're right, I could have done that. However, there's no way I could land a direct hit on the Ringmaster's head.
So that kind of makes your theory a bit pointless, doesn't it, Mr. Wright?
Acro is strong enough to lift up the bust.
The main problem is how we could have aimed for the Ringmaster's head.
I've already accounted for that. You see, my dear Watson, I wonder if he used some kind of tool to aim for the Ringmaster.
That's the ticket,
Perhaps
Nick. Show him what you got.
A
You have it. You
perhaps
have
a
it.
six-sided tool
You know it.
that weighs 20 pounds.
I don't remember finding anything.
How am I supposed to present this on?
It would have been impossible for me to aim for the head, I think. Not that one.
Did he say that?
Right there.
Yeah, okay, he did. Just in case, though. I'm pretty confident, but
I still like how you went from not knowing it was the bust to once you knew the murder weapon was the bust, you're like, you basically
I know.
figured everything out.
nice. Acro, Ken, my man. You didn't really need to lean out of the window, did you?
Yes.
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at exactly?
You already knew ahead of time where the Ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, I may add. Wait,
Your silly hinting at things is pointless. Mr. Phoenix Wright, enough stalling.
I'd say it bluntly if the
How
game would
about
let
you
me.
show us some evidence?
But I did such a good job hinting. I had coins and everything.
Hurry up and explain it. Everything, Mr. Wright.
Alright, maybe you should take a look at this. Key point here is a wooden box.
The same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over?
The very same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here?
Gil.
Who?
When Ben and company saw the Ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box. Which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime.
I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense.
The moment that the bust came falling down was exactly the same moment that the Ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear.
You can't possibly mean.
I'm very nice, thank you.
If the bus were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box,
There would be no way that it could miss the head of the victim.
No! 9!
Also, there doesn't even have to be a pulley system. It just would be very difficult for a monkey, like to train a monkey to kill somebody.
Order, order, order. This is unbelievable.
Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I just gotta keep going, and there's only one way to go from here, forward.
So the next question I have is, who placed the wooden box at the scene?
It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected it to a rope. Okay, cool. Then all he had to do was lower it down.
Allow me to whip some sense into you, Mr. Phoenix Wright!
Ow.
The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box.
That's why the box was so specially made.
Specially made?
Indeed, it had the most peculiar feature. The box has a remarkable weight.
Wait.
According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds. He must have been particularly...
Just to lift up this wooden box would have required...
maybe a little bit of strength. But I'm gonna say he would have had to squat down and lift it with their body, hypothetically.
Yeah, I can't even imagine he would have done that. Seems kind of pointless when he could just open it. But yeah.
The box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it?
That is correct, which would actually is even more of a reason to just open it from the stand, from a crouching position. But anyway, to lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place.
Fool!
Fuck. I just imagine Ben trying to pick it up and getting the bus dropped on him, and his head just fucking bouncing off of the... like a twig, dude, just snapping. Oh my god.
Robble, 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 robble.
Left in the pan on 3 is yours.
Okay.
Everything
Rattle,
else
rattle.
is ready.
Does he even bother to listen to me anymore?
I've heard what you've had to say.
Thank you. You do.
Although I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills. It really
It's a
shows
rare
your
occurrence
prowess
for me.
as a lawyer.
Yo, did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza? Doesn't matter, we can just finger hunt it, but imagine doing that.
Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I can never have done what he's proposing.
What?
Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust?
I
It's
remember.
very big. You couldn't have missed it.
It was on top of the table in the cafeteria.
Then what happened to it?
I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself.
Ah, that means...
You understand what I mean, don't you?
Perfectly. Like character.
I may very well have been able to drop the bust from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bust from the cafeteria to my room?
Oh, talk about an easy one.
Robble, 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 robble.
You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Explain that! Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice.
Arya Rarg.
Tell us exactly how the Vitnys would have carried the bus from the cafeteria.
Yep, definitely have a problem here. This is no place to get... Okay, perplexed, I think that word was? I've
Yes.
got to get my wits about me and prove how things happen once and for all.
All right, Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria back to his room?
I'm a little mad that I could read that word even though I was on screen for 1 frame, but I can't react to Broly command grab for the life of me. Can I just say real quick, this note is very well written. Like, the wording of this note is literally the only reason I figured anything out.
A monkey?
Everyone knows money. He loves shiny objects of any size.
When he stole the ventriloquist ring. Pop.
So, are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust?
Well, of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own and then brought it back home.
Home.
Money lives in Acro's room.
Acro's room!
But the bust was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny.
Maybe you should put the whip down sometime and read the court record.
Destroyed? My, those are some very nice cards he's holding with nothing on them.
Yes, and they're made out of platinum, which is very shiny.
How could you tell they were made by platinum just by looking at the picture? What if that was silver?
Well, I mean, even if
What if
they
it's
weren't made out of
aluminum?
platinum, this statue is clearly covered in glitter of some kind.
That's fair. You know what? I'll give you that one.
Acro! Money is a strong monkey, right? It'd be easy for him to bring the bus back to your room.
Yep. It would. If he wasn't
All right.
able to handle by himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate. Mo has joked many times that money is a super Saiyajin, whatever
Order,
that
order.
means.
I said order, Miss Von Karma.
What the fuck did I do?
Fuck you. Where is the bust in question at this moment?
We have no fucking clue.
This is why I hate you.
Literally, we have no idea. We have looked fucking everywhere. We are searching for it as we speak.
I actually think I prefer her father to her.
This is a rather strange turn of events.
Didn't my
But
father...
let's say
Never mind.
that the Moke has not stolen the bust.
How did you say?
What would have happened then?
Well, in that event, something else would have been used as the murder weapon.
Wait. Then you mean this bus was the murder weapon purely by accident?
Possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them.
Mr. Wright.
Anyway, I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer.
Moron!
Rubble.
Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that. Ow!
Don't seem so flamboozled, especially
Not a
by
word.
this fraud of an attorney.
Phoenix's objection is not overruled.
Don't be so
Flamboozled.
flabbergasted. You've forgotten the absolute most important thing,
Yeah, that
Mr.
is a
Phoenix
word.
Wright.
I think it's a word.
I fucking love the word.
Flabbergasted.
I love the word flabbergasted.
And what is that?
You should know. You forgot
the-
that your
did you
fraud of
just-
a magical client was
Oh,
spotted at the scene
Hold
of the
on,
crime.
Your Honor. Do we not talk about the fact that Von Karma just whipped open a tear in space and time and is now showing us the moment that the crime happened?
Oh well, I feel like
Mr. Wright,
I feel like
I'm
I've done this
scared that I have to
before.
get tacos. Please, somebody take over my body for me.
I can do that.
No, don't give it to the person in the wind tunnel. You already had.
No, you see the wind tunnel.
There's no reason to doubt the
Holy
clown's
shit.
testimony.
Is your phone in your pocket?
Ooh, how do you respond to that, Mr. Wright?
Holy hell. Oh, right.
Nick, don't let her beat you now!
I won't. This is my chance to turn about this trial.
That was clever. When the murder occurred, there were two people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer the clown saw?
Wait, no, I'm dumb.
Oh,
Wait, we'll see.
What is this supposed to mean?
Yes, what is this supposed to mean?
If you don't mind, could you explain that to me as well?
Oh, sorry, you're getting barraged with questions,
that?
Nick. It's because you're on the wrong track.
Yeah, no, I definitely, I went too quickly there. There were definitely two people. You are correct. Yeah, you see, that's a good question. It's off-center. So it's probably not the bust.
I think it is. I think it's supposed to be a bust.
But if it's the bust, then why is it so far to the left?
I don't know.
Oh. You saw Max's boob.
I asked who was the other person Mo saw on the scene. That evidence has nothing to do with the question.
Au contraire, mon frère. It does indeed have something to do with the question. French against the German. Very nice move, Phoenix. They hate that.
I fucking
Mo
do.
said that he saw Max's silhouette. But he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being that he saw.
Rubble, 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 rubble.
They're just never going to address.
How is that possible?
They're just never.
Why
gonna
is your
address that
judge's
Russell's
voice just the
cloak
blue badger?
disappeared. It's simple, really.
What, you want
But
me
Mo-
to try to give him like an actual judge voice?
Nah.
What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust.
What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case?
Yes,
silhouette-
desperately.
The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak.
There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust. It would be easy to hang one off one of the cars in the bust's hands.
Idiot, who in their right mind would put a cloak on a bust?
Doesn't matter who put it on the bust.
Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bus? That question is of the utmost importance in this case, don't you agree?
Homer.
Homer.
So let's
Save.
have it,
Please save.
Mr.
Please
Wright.
save. Please save.
Who put the
Who
cloak
put
on the
the
cloak
bust?
on the
I
bust?
cannot save.
Yeah, I was trying to shave before because the next question was going to be one you couldn't shave on.
Who put the cloak on the bust? I wonder who could have put the cloak on the bust. I mean, it was probably Aggro.
I feel like it's either aggro or Russell's the cloak Russell was wearing got caught on the bus, and that's literally I think the only two possible options.
That's a very good suggestion, guys.
I really don't want it to be Russell, but I'm gonna be real with you. Nobody saw the damn thing go down. I mean, nobody was awake to see it go down, except Acro. But also, Russell was definitely wearing a cloak before he was murdered. Oh, I really don't want it to be that, but I'm gonna fucking hit it.
Yeah. Wow.
Fool! Him?
So,
Whew.
if I'm understanding this correctly, and I'm a little slow, but you're saying it was the victim himself.
Yeah,
Big
I'm
Top
saying,
Russell Berry himself.
yeah, I'm saying the
Big
cloak
time.
wound up on the bust by sheer luck.
Oh,
That is what I'm saying.
I mean, the victim himself placed the cloak on the bust?
Well, I mean, place the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it.
then what would be the right way of putting it,
Mr. Wright?
Explain yourself!
What a smooth transition. Nick, do you really think we have a handle on all of this?
Not all of it, but it's fine. I'm putting the pieces together slowly. 10 minutes ago. There's really only one picture I can paint anyway. All right.
The real one? Is that what you're trying to say?
So- No, the Mona Lisa. You want to know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time. Acro used the rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then he attached the rope to the bust and dangled the bust out of his bedroom window directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. I didn't even realize this was on the same night, I'm gonna be honest with you. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than the ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trilo. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box, and kerplunk! That's when Acro took his chance and released the rope. Now this is when the magic happened. It's a good thing he took the hat off before he tried to lift the box, otherwise it would have got crushed and Max would have been pissed. The very instant that the bust hit the victim. So stupid. This is so dumb. They literally just fucking cropped that shit and moved it. I hate it.
You wait just a second there, Mr. Phoenixite.
Yeah, no, I agree.
As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just isn't true. It can't be.
I see what the
Yeah,
writers were
I
going
second
for
that.
here, but it just honestly wounds me. This circus isn't over yet! Oh, Phoenix, you couldn't have summed it up any better.
What?
The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust. All according to plan, right, Ken? That impact also caused the sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Moe Curls, the clown. When Moe looked out of his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Moe saw the bust being raised with the cloak dangling on it, primarily because, in his wheelchair, he couldn't see out of his window. So he just kept pulling the bust up. How fucking high is this window?
3
The
stories
third
up.
or fourth floor, I think.
No, I mean, well, yeah, but in his, like, relative to his room.
Oh. That was a good question.
And that is how the magical, murdering, disappearing, you get the point, came to be.
Rubble Rubble?
So, you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro, it could only have been you.
Acro's been playing mind games with us all of the sudden.
He sure
not what I
has.
said.
But he has come to the end of his rope now.
So,
What now?
you've graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true?
I mean, aside the fact that your
Evidence.
theory doesn't cover all the clues, yeah.
In this court, only 2 things matter. The power of evidence and the power of my VIP.
Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence?
Nick, they say they want evidence.
I just explained how there can only be one possible murder web method. There's still something unusual about Moe's eyewitness account.
Unusual.
Contradiction, actually.
Okay, then use that and get out of this jam.
Hey, Phoenix, you mind tapping that contradiction on paper, please?
That's enough talking among us. Proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the
Would you
court
save
that
now?
complaint.
Oh, never mind.
Please save. Good lord.
It's
I
too-
want
it's-
hard
it's too
tack
late.
and proof that you have
You
unraveled.
want-
Hard proof that you've
You
unraveled
want
the trick
hard
to this
tack?
murder
Better be
Why
case?
would you want hard tack?
I don't fucking remember Moe's testimony. Any of the 3 of them.
Any of the 3 of them.
Tacos have revitalized my soul, but I need hard tack to revitalize my spirit.
Is it the fucking pepper?
Oh no.
What the hell did Moe even testify? Moe testified that he was in his room, he heard a thud, and he saw the cloak being raised? I don't...
He said black cloak, but I don't think that's going to be relevant.
Yeah, probably not.
Oh, wasn't it just
What if
him
it is,
flying?
I mean, he said that, yeah, he said that he was flying, but, I mean... I don't really... I mean, I can't really... I don't have evidence against that, necessarily.
I have a really shit theory.
The hat.
What?
It's not this. God, the fucking hat. It might be something where it's like... I'm not sure. It's like Momo said he never saw the roses, which was like one of the big part about it. And it could be the trick was that because the cloak went on backwards, and covered the cards. You couldn't see any white. It's really stupid, and you could present like the poster. It's really stupid, and I really hope it's not the case. But I also don't want you to do it because 3 health.
All right, hold on. Hard proof.
You can't
You
tell
have-
Bludgeon the Hat.
Unraveled the trick.
The hardest proof.
The most hard
have.
proof. Orange juice bottle.
Rock solid. The rock
Granite, dude.
proof.
Fucking Omni-Man hard. This sucks. This is a shit one to throw on the player. This is...
I fully believe it is the Silk Hat.
How could it possibly be the Silk Hat?
Because I don't even know what the judge is talking about, alright? You can't out Bludgeon the Hat. I'm sticking with it's gonna be the hat.
There's a feather on that fucker.
I'm guessing it's the poster. That's my only guess, and it's something related to the white roses. And the fact that Mo couldn't see them.
Alright, hold on.
I remember the Moat saying he had the hat, so I mean...
Phoenix,
whatever.
Wright. Or transcript.
Oh my god.
Finally.
Asinine attorney? What? Is this a mod? I don't even... Oh, fucking Christ. I don't care.
Just present
Alright, fine. We have 2 guesses here, and that's
I
more
also
guesses
think
than
it's
I have.
Probably the poster.
Alright, that's
You
2
can do
votes
them
for
both
poster.
before you have to load, so I mean...
I can. Oh, you know what I can do?
Holy shit!
Wait, what is the poster? Just in case.
You shouldn't have done that. What if you're wrong?
Well, it doesn't matter, because my previous save was like 8 years ago.
Those symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings.
Yesterday, there were 2 contradictions in Mo's testimony.
The silk hat was one. The white roses were the other. Okay. I think by
What?
her... Hold on, can I say something real quick? I think when
What?
Franziska said that specifically, I think you could present both the silk hat or the poster.
There's no way.
That might be the case because of the way she specifically said silk hat and red text on the white roses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
Okay, but
god.
hold on. So one of the contradictions made... It's the same contradiction that made against Acro, right? That Mose testified he saw the hat, but the hat was on the ground.
Yeah.
The roses...
Is
Where-
because Mo never saw the rose.
Okay, but that wasn't a contradiction in this trial. Just blew that off it being a silhouette.
Well, yeah, the difference is that Mo saw Max or the bust or whatever, supposedly from a position where the roses would have been. He was looking at what would have been his front, where Acro was looking at his back. So even if he could see everything fine, he wouldn't be able to see the roses anyway.
What in the fuck?
The difference is that Mo said the roses weren't there, where Acro said he couldn't see them.
Okay. Sure.
You fool! Do you ever shut up?
Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Mo said yesterday? He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bus.
Ooh, rubble.
If you look at it that way, then he did see the silk hat. That was made of not silk.
Fine. You've got one. What about the other contradiction?
The other contradiction? Don't make me
Remember
laugh.
what that ventriloquist said in court? He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night. But the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said there were no white roses. I'd like to see you try and explain that one away.
Can you do it, Nick?
Yeah.
What? How?
Well, please recall the instant when the cloak snagged on the bust. The cloak snagged onto the bust. What happened to the white roses? Oh my fuck you.
They vanished.
If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Obviously, even though they just kind of disappeared in that graphic.
Fuck, it's bullshit!
Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust.
Rubble, 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 rubble.
Order, order. This is quite the shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. But so does the Wiggles, and that's real. Let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads. Let's do this, Nick. Then maybe Von Karma will finally throw in the towel.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. They seem very confident.
Well, so much for that theory.
Mr. Wright, do you mind,
What?
you took the time to research our circus, right?
Eh. A little. Is there something making you think I didn't?
If you did, then maybe you'll understand my thought process here of why you're off track.
Explain?
Motive.
Yeah, you see, I'm a little lost on that too. Well, not on Acro's motive, on Russell's motive.
This witness feels an incredible debt of gratitude toward the ringmaster.
It could be a mistake.
Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this. Thus, there's absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster.
Rubble.
Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Acro's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life up until now.
I'd rather not.
What do we do? There's no doubting that Acro deeply respected the ringmaster.
His motive.
It seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break.
Oh, fuck yourself.
I will listen to the rest of Mr. Kenjamin Dingling's testimony after recess. This court will now take a 10-minute recess. Bye-bye.
Did you want a pet area or tofu? They're very nice birds.
Absolutely the hell not.
I was talking to the judge, but you're welcome to too if you want to.
I already said no.
December 30th, 2:17 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5.
I can't believe it! Acro?
Pretty shocking, isn't it? Say, buddy, how did you never notice the ringmaster leaving the office you were in wearing your clothes?
Didn't we already discuss this?
I don't think. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. I took like a big fat nap.
You were awake. You what? In his office? You took a nap?
Yes. He said he was going to be away for a while.
I
had
hate
some
you.
business to attend to. I took a
You're
big
the worst person.
Why?
Really awful.
Why?
Read your lines.
What? Whatever. And to think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus, am I that hated?
Yes.
Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose, like it was a game of pin the tail on the donkey.
He He did? Who's that supposed to be?
I feel like it might be Maya again.
But I'm nothing but a little nobody, you know?
Yo ass, Billy Bob. Nobody cares.
But you're not.
But
which
Phoenix!
is kind of the reason why.
Oh, it's Gumshoe.
You're gonna ignore me as I went through all the trouble to bring you some evidence in this can of
Gumshoe.
beans?
Gumshoe, evidence?
Beans?
And beans!
Evidence?
Forget
yeah!
it. I'm going home with my evidence and my beans.
No!
This guy deserves to be guilty anyways.
Oh, Gumshoe, please, give me the evidence. I'm sorry, alright?
We've got some really tasty milk.
How about a card trick detective? Ho, 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 ho. Well, if you insist.
Now, those beans. Oh my god. Are these black or pinto?
Yep, I got black beans. I also have pinto beans.
Dude, okay,
Which one
this
you
is
want?
amazing. But this little piece of cloth that you also have, this was in Acro's room?
That's the evidence.
Cool.
Yeah, I've included the forensic results, so you can take a look at it later. It's in this file. Here you go. I also have another file containing information on different types of beans.
Fantastic, I'll take that too. Won't Miss Von Karma be mad that you're doing this? I mean, giving us all this food that you couldn't afford?
And evidence?
No, don't worry. The pantry
whoops.
is always stocked with beans in the
All right.
little detective agency. It's basically a currency around there. Look, details are on a need-to-know basis. And we're not really like allies or anything, no? But everything that's happened in court up till now has gone according to our plan.
I don't know, Miss Von Karma didn't seem in control of things in there just now.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like, has she ever been? Yesterday, our final plan was set into motion, though, so, you know, maybe things will change.
Final plans?
Yeah, a final solution of sorts.
Oh,
That
Christ.
reminds me, I got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. And that's it. And that's it for me too, pal. I'm leaving with these pinto beans.
Oh, thank Christ, I didn't even like pinto beans. I'm a big black beans fan, though, so... What did he mean by the very end part? Can you explain that for me?
I'm not sure. It was all pretty cryptic to me. Holy fuck.
Oh, sorry, one more thing. One more thing.
Do not ever do that again. I'm literally, like, shaking.
There's also a large care package from the circus.
Does it have
For
refried
the
beans?
defendant. And also a can of coffee beans. Does anyone want them?
No.
Oh my
Also
god.
some milk.
What is this bit, dude?
The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils. And I guess you can have the can of coffee beans, Max. Thank you. An entire dairy's worth of milk?
December
Why?
30th, 2:27 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 2.
Seriously, what is the relevance of this bit? I don't get it. Who
Court
is
now
sending
back.
this man milk?
Miss Von Karma, please continue from where you left off.
I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit this crime.
Oh wait, hold on, I want to
Understood.
look at that.
Now, Mr. Kenny Dingalingo.
Yeah, alright, small quantity of pepper. Thanks, Gumshoe.
Yepperoni, Your Honor.
Nice cathedral.
Have
Please
you-
proceed with your testimony.
Have you
What?
figured it out? Have you figured out?
I said that shit 20 years ago, Michael.
Yeah. Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay?
You just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
Okay. I do want the answers, though.
I don't think you do.
That's why I asked.
You don't, though.
Okay.
So about the ringmaster. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, the Berry Big Russell Berry, took us in big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
I became an acrobat at around 9 years old.
I mean, big years old.
I wanted to find a way to repay the very big time ringmaster. That
I
was my
think
sole purpose in life.
I think you meant to say I want to find a big way to repay them.
You're such a big, thoughtful young big man.
As you heard, the witness deeply respects the big victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Acro would kill the man he held in such esteem. In such big esteem.
You're absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Big Wright?
Oh,
Which is why there's no real reason for a big cross-examination, is there?
work anymore. Alright. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? Might be my last chance to answer that question. Yeah, of course. Yeah, the defense has a right to cross-examine the witness.
Oof. You're so tactless, Mr. Phoenixite.
I need you to just to tell me, would you not cross-examine here? Would you just give up? Is that really your play here? You just say, yeah, no, I think you got a handle.
I mean, he didn't really say anything that's like contradictory.
Okay, but also, what other choice do I have?
Fair enough.
All right, cool.
But simply, you don't care about
Fuck your dialogue.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine the big witness.
Thank you. Do you have... Oh man, I have no health.
Still.
We?
Yes, my brother Sean and I.
But you have a brother, Luigi?
No, not anymore.
No.
Oh.
His middle name is Luigi.
Roughly.
His first name is John.
Roughly, how big were you when this happened, Acro?
Shut up.
I was 8 years old and my brother was 4.
Oh, so not big at all.
Your parents
No,
were very small,
small
weren't
time.
Oh, very small indeed.
Nowadays we aren't bitter big time about what happened to us.
Really hoping you just said we weren't bigger about what happened to us.
Because it allowed us to meet the wonderful people at the very big time, big top circus.
Nick, the judge is getting misty-eyed.
He's got a soft spot for sob stories. It looks like.
they? Ow. Sniffle, sniffle.
No crying
He's
in
not-
court! Let's keep going.
Dude, Francisco, he clearly started crying after you hit him, okay?
Proceed with this testimony.
The judge almost definitely loves soap operas, right?
Yeah.
How would you describe your relationship with the ringmaster?
He was like an uncle, a big father, and a big brother all rolled up into one. Big
Say
time.
brother.
Oh my god.
The ringmaster and my brother were the only family I had.
Say big brother for no reason.
About the other people at the Berry Circus.
This was over 15 years ago. It was a big time ago. Back then, there were very few customers.
Alright, so I'm renaming this stream to something big related, apparently.
So, no one really had the time to look after us. They were worried about other things. But the big time ringmaster, he would always come see us with a big laugh and a smile.
What a beautiful
A large
story.
smile. That's why I was always thinking of what I could do to help big time. I want you to thank him.
Nick, isn't Acro, like, slowly going insane? I swear, he didn't say this word so often in the first half of the trial.
Yeah, I
Is he
know. He
okay?
seems like a very big man.
Oh my god, no.
What? What happened? What'd I
You're
say?
a big performer. Why is this courtroom doing this?
What are
You
you
started off
talking
as an
about?
acrobat at that early of an age?
I begged the very big top ringmaster until he finally agreed to let me do it big time. Ever since then, I've been in incredible physical big shape. That's also when I decided to form a big group with my brother.
A big group of me and my brother.
So, the Flying Dingling Berries.
No, you didn't.
It's nearly a big time household name.
That just sounds like an innuendo for balls.
It does.
Anyways, I've heard of
That's
them.
an amazing line for that
I
sprite.
think that is this entire
Boy,
trial's been building up
Please,
to.
please
is
just
that joke.
continue. That's my line now. I changed it.
Liar! It's not a fucking innuendo for balls. That's impossible. Nobody would ever write something like that. That'd be so lame.
The big point is that I wanted it to be of some use to the Big Berry Big Top service.
You're truly a remarkable young man.
Humph.
Did you ever have any trouble with the ringmaster? God damn it!
How could you ask a thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Ah, Jesus, I don't know. How about you ask the big fucking hole in my hand?
Do you have some sort of fundamental misunderstanding of this witness's testimony?
That gash is all over.
Or the big heartfelt emotions contained within?
I'm leaving this courtroom with scars, Francisca.
You better think about this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You better think hard.
Mental and physical. Ow!
Yeah, those are some pretty big scars.
Those
Matter
are
how
some
you look
pretty
at it.
big scars.
There's no way I can see this witness ever taking the victim's life. Fuck you.
I ripped a hole in space-time again. But I didn't show you anything inside. Anyways, exactly. I've been waiting for you to say that, Your Honor.
Too.
Nick, I hate to say it, but I agree with them.
I was trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up just looking like a jerk.
I think that will be enough for now.
So yeah, that cross
What's happening here?
that cross exam was a waste of time. You didn't need to do it.
That whole
Wondering
thing was
whether or not
pointless.
this man
Yeah.
would kill the ringmaster leads me to believe that it is pretty unlikely.
Exactly right, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question.
Go ahead, Your Honor.
I
Oh,
would just like to
please.
know,
Don't do this.
can you provide an explanation to why Acro would want the ringmaster dead?
I mean, that
Can you
depends.
save the game?
Yes,
Nice.
I
Certainly.
can. Now that I've come this far, there's no way I could answer no, I can't.
So when I asked earlier if you had solved this entire case and you said I did it like 20 minutes ago, that was a fucking lie.
It was.
He's almost there. He's almost there.
He's almost there.
Very well. Please enlighten the court with a lamp.
You need a
That's
big
a
lick.
cloth. Idiot. Let me go over this one more time. Alright? This is why Acro killed the ringmaster. Huh? Idiot.
That's correct.
I don't think the defense would mind confirming something for me. What exactly are we supposed to learn from this piece of evidence?
Yes, there is motive. What are you supposed to learn?
Looks like you just won the award for biggest failure in court. Would you like the trophy?
No, I have to say it. Biggest failure
Big
in
time.
court. That stings.
In recognition
Wow,
of
really?
your big honor, let me bestow you my big prize.
Okay, but would you like the trophy? It cost me like $20 to get it like custom made to give to you. I was waiting for my chance this whole time.
Why Acro would want the ringmaster dead? Placed by Acro in pocket on morning. Photomax, blah, blah, blah. Well, I mean, that Well, alright, I'm gonna try it just because it is what was in the box and technically constitutes motive from a certain perspective.
But
I
none of
mean-
these motives are directly tied to
Wasn't
the
he hated
ringmaster.
exclusively the murderer?
Alright, just making sure.
Excuse me, I'm dying. That pepper you showed is really strong. I can get it from over here.
Very, very strong.
It's Tony Shashery's.
What?
It's Tony Shashery's. That's why it's so strong.
What does that
It's
even
got
mean?
big time smell. It's a type of seasoning. Tony Shashery's.
I've
never
never
had
heard.
Tony Shashery's?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. At this point, I'm just trying stuff that I don't think is gonna work, but I wanna just make sure.
But what if you can't?
I probably can't. I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure.
Bad.
Okay, cool. I didn't think any of that was gonna work. They seemed like they had the slightest possible chance. I have to say I can't fucking provide evidence one more goddamn time this trial.
Nick.
Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the Ringmaster is something that can't be proven.
What?
That's because Acro had no reason to kill the Ringmaster at all.
Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools is so foolhardily foolish. Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness, did you not?
Alright, hold on. Hold the
that
fucking
statement-
phone.
Caused Mia to roll in her grave so hard it caused a earthquake that devastated the region.
Okay. So, assuming where Phoenix is going with this is that the note was intended for Regina. Why the fuck would the Ringmaster have put the cloak and hat on? He did that because he didn't want people to be suspicious of him, but he had no reason for people to be suspicious of him.
Correct.
What a cock!
You're forgetting the literal, like, the coat getting snagged on the bus.
Yeah, no,
This
I
is
know.
a case
This
full of
trial
just the
sucks.
most convenient things happening.
This... Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. Yeah, alright, sure.
They should have called they should have called him Murphy instead of Acro.
What a prick.
I believe it was. This is the real killer of Russell Berry, Ringmaster.
If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right.
The end of things.
Acro, you didn't plan to kill the Ringmaster at all, did you? The Ringmaster wasn't your target that night.
What did you just say?
Saying that the target of the witness's murder plot was not the Ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Berry to begin with.
What?
Rubble.
Order. Bailiff, I don't care who it is. Smack anyone who's loud in the face twice if you must. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do in my court? I'm whispering so he doesn't. Fuck! He smacked me anyways. God!
Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to his court?
Hey, that's my line.
Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else? Regina Berry?
Then, like, did she kill Bat on purpose? And if so, how fucking diluted is she? Because the pepper had to get on his scarf somehow. I mean, it's a small quantity, so it's possible he just got it while he was eating. In which case, it's nobody's fault. It's rough. This whole situation is rough, but it was probably just an accident. He blames Regina.
This young girl's the ringmaster's daughter, correct?
Acro, you were really aiming for her that night. Whoa, okay.
Hey, you got the words right. Good enough.
I did, yeah. You were really aiming for her that night, weren't you?
You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question.
Yeah, I guess, but also it's true. You could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is, you're wrong, that's it.
That's it? Huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Enough, Mr. Wright. Allow me to. Ow.
The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself.
Then call me Death, cause I'm interrupting you.
And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence, now! I want to know why Acker would want to kill Regina Berry.
Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof.
You see, the
All
hard
right, so which proof do
yeah,
I give?
the hard part is you had a whole lot of proof.
Do I present lion?
Bat
Okay,
or...
no, it's bat. I think it's bat. Can I save? I can't save.
Bro, I don't think it's bad.
Why
if
not?
I'm completely honest, I think it's the note.
I think it's
That's
the
what I
scar.
think it is.
Oh, it might be the
This
note.
isn't- Oh yeah, that proves that Acro was out to kill this young girl. Yeah,
Yeah.
placed by Acro in Regina's pocket. Yeah, okay. Apparently I have
Brave,
photographic
brave.
evidence of that happening. Acro, you remember this, don't you?
That's
It's a piece of paper that we found inside the Ringmaster's tailcoat.
Inside the victim's tail coat?
the tail of the coat.
Who needs to have a coat for their tail? I certainly don't. I just let it go.
I found this note in his coat that was in his room, not
Yeah.
the coat on his body.
Yeah.
But he found this note on the same day.
Yep.
So he changed coats?
It was actually only a scrap. Wait, never mind.
It was only a scrap, but where was the others? Didn't I find it on the ground or something?
I don't remember. I genuinely
Alright.
do not know.
Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled To the Murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m.
So you're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note? No, you're wrong.
Yeah, but there's just one little problem.
Problem?
Acro... What?
Oh, you know the troll face. That's what he says. He says problem? Question mark. It's very funny.
I'm not familiar.
Relevant.
Acro did indeed place his note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster.
You mean it wasn't for the...
That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry.
Robble.
Or Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours.
It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. I don't honestly know. Well, I guess like if there was anywhere you were gonna put it, it would be on the cafeteria bulletin. Put it like a note left for a murderer. Like you wouldn't really put like, hey gang, you know, happy Monday, you know, welcome back to work. By the way, one of you's a murderer. I don't know if this note was for you. It just seems like a weird thing to do. But I suppose it's as good a place as any. Except for someone, especially for someone who's like so
If that's
insane.
been
as
her father, I mean, the ringmaster saw the note?
That is correct. The ringmaster ended up in the plaza instead of Regina. Hey, Acro. And he was killed because of that mistake instead of Regina. Yeah, so they really are relying on the fact that Acro couldn't see out of his window.
Yeah.
Except for, you know, the fact that he's a big dude and the windows aren't that fucking high up. Okay.
That's incredible.
Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today?
Flashback. Birds. Flashback. Airy. Flashback. Tofu. Flashback.
Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in that plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was.
I got it. Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza. Did I get it right?
That's when he let the bust fly.
Hey, Nick.
The one time being 6 foot hurts you.
I don't even know, like, was the fucking... Don't understand how he could have possibly not been able to look out the window.
Isn't Regina listening to all of this from the audience?
She is. Unfortunately, it's only gonna get harsher from here.
I hope Regina can handle it. Although I almost am certain that she can.
I'm close to a mental breakdown.
Oh, well, it's not like I'd be able to tell.
I think
Aqua
she's
wrote
fine.
this note to Regina.
Foolishly foolish fool with foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolish tomfoolery. You're so foolish you've even made me sound like a foolhardy fool.
I didn't do that.
And
That's
now
all you.
his grave is a portal to hell.
Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place.
Yeah, you see, that line got me too. Suggests that there was events that took place on that day that other people didn't know about, right? Pepper, baby, pepper!
Well, if the note was meant for Regina Barry, it would mean that. This note is declaring that Regina Barry is a murderer.
Maybe. You just don't get it, though.
What did you just say? I get everything.
The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza, in place of his lovely daughter.
Muda, 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 muda.
Hold it right there, Mr. Wright.
What did you just describe the daughter as?
Fuck!
That's what I thought. What is this incident that is alluded to in the note?
Incident 6 months ago. An incident occurred 6 months ago. And now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at the time.
You moron!
That's
Wait, are you
Goku's
sure
line.
that it relates to this present case?
It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago. Sorry, I had a fucking stroke real quick there.
Really,
Muda,
Nick?
muda, muda.
I think so.
Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is.
You should probably
I
stay.
can't answer that question. Dude, I'm fine. Jesus. God.
I genuinely think he's got it from here on out. The only thing that can
I think
screw him
probably-
over.
I think it's the order.
Yeah.
Conclusive. Oh, sorry, that's not.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the scarf.
I think it's the pepper.
not the scarf. Yeah.
Alright, but hear me out, right? Because the pepper doesn't mean anything without the scarf.
Yeah,
But the
I
pepper-
agree. It's the order.
A lion.
God damn it.
The conclusive evidence the note refers to is the pepper because it's inside the box.
The conclusive evidence that the,
Yeah,
that
the
the, what the,
conclusive
that the-
evidence has to be pepper because it's in the box.
that doesn't make any goddamn sense. Because if Acro pulled up to the goddamn police station and said, "Hey, the ringmaster killed my brother, and I have proof," and handed him a bottle of fucking pepper, they wouldn't know what the hell that meant.
No.
If he handed them
the
this,
point,
they'd be like, "Ah."
the point is, Regina. He called Regina out there, calling her the murderer, and says that he has conclusive evidence that proves that she's the murderer. This conclusive
And he put it in the
evidence
box.
is
Yeah?
the pepper, which is inside the box.
It doesn't make you just saying the same thing over and over again.
It's conclusive evidence to Regina
He didn't
because
have the claw. Why would he say he has conclusive evidence if
It-
he doesn't have it? Because the cloth came
Because-
from Gumshoe after investigation.
Jeremy, because you're,
No,
you're
I
right.
found this
the
cloth-
scarf is more of evidence, but the thing is, he's not showing it to the police. The intent is he's basically showing
It
Regina.
wouldn't mean anything
I
to
know what
Regina
you
either.
did. Seeing the pepper?
Why the hell would it mean anything to Regina?
Yeah, she wouldn't figure it out, but like she also didn't even know she murdered to begin with. So
I'm pretty sure
Akros
that
thinks she murdered him intentionally. So he thinks that showing her the pepper would make her realize, oh, he knows how I did it.
a serious miscalculation on Acro's part, because she's stupid.
yeah,
Oy vey, okay.
I'm laughing. This pepper's laughing gas.
Rana, did you just open that bottle of pepper and sniff?
yeah.
What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Wright? Don't shut the fuck
Very
up.
good, very good.
I was here the whole
It
time.
isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence that you asked for.
What do you mean?
While that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him,
He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence, Cap, is what was inside.
Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright, so exactly what are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper?
No, I guess really what I'm claiming is that Acro's really stupid as well. Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw.
Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim?
And now demons are leaving the Mia's grave hell
fuck.
portal.
Who is this?
That is Ken's younger brother.
What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead.
Technically, that's true. However, he is missing significant portions of his brain. So, it's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead.
Regina. She did that to him.
Fuck. Hold on.
She dislocated his brain with a bottle of pepper.
Do you spend your
Some-
entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool?
Mario 2.
What?
Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state.
A lion? I thought those were ones.
Regina, I mean, Miss Regina Berry, is an animal tamer by trade.
It's like this evidence didn't come from Gumshoe. We've seen
Yes,
this
it did. It
evidence
came from
before.
the- it came from
no, we've
Gumshoe.
seen it
In the
before in the
recess.
trial.
We have not.
Gumshoe,
Yes.
we have. I promise
Yes,
you.
I
we
no.
have.
promise.
We
you.
have-
No, no, no.
Gumshoe gave it to
I
you
can
and
I can
it
promise
gave
you.
it
No,
to
no, 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 no. Hold on, hold
It's
on.
because you were getting the blood tested.
Where
Friends.
the hell did we find this?
Also,
You
there
didn't.
wasn't a blood test. I don't remember how we found it, but what happened was we got our hands on the scarf, and
Yeah.
Franziska took it away from us
Yes.
That happened in Acro's room.
in Acro's room.
I think
Okay.
so, yeah.
So Acro had this.
I think
That
Acro
would be
might
the
have shown it
assumption.
to us after we deduced what happened.
So Acro
Yeah,
had
yeah,
this.
I think that's what
Yeah.
happened. Oh yeah, that's exactly what happened. Acro, after you figured out what happened, he took it out and started explaining things, and Francisca's like, "Ha, fuck you, the scarf's mine," and she grabbed it and left.
Okay, yeah, for sure. So Acro had this, and he decided to use a jar of pepper instead.
Okay. Yes, because that communicates to her that he knew how she did it.
Okay,
Without
let me
letting her
just run
grab the
through this.
evidence and run away.
Let me just run through this. Acro was planning on killing her as soon as she got to the box.
Yep.
But he was also hoping that she'd get to see the evidence. So, instead of choosing Bat's scarf with his blood on it and pepper on it, which I'm sure she knows would make her own lion sneeze and possibly clamp down, he instead chose a random bottle of pepper.
So can you hear my claim real quick?
Yeah.
In a sense, the pepper is the quote unquote murder weapon.
Sure.
It'd be the difference. It'd be the difference between putting, like in like a different scenario. It'd be the difference between putting a knife in the box versus a bloodied cloth that has a knife tear in it.
Yeah, and also, if I remember correctly, I think it's been mentioned before. I don't know if they're gonna bring it up again, but I'm like 99% sure that it was pointed out that Regina liked to tease Bat with pepper because he would sneeze easily.
Okay. But not the lion. She didn't tease the lion.
Well, yeah, but she would like basically like sprinkle pepper on him.
It's also not the
To make
same
him
thing as a
sneeze.
knife, because hear me out here. The knife is a conventional murder weapon. If somebody was murdered with a knife, they look at that body and go, "Oh, that motherfucker was stabbed." They look at Bat's body, they don't think, "Oh, that motherfucker, he had pepper on his scarf and he put
Again,
his head into the fucking mouth of a
When
lion."
we said decisive
He
evidence,
did
it's,
have pepper
it's
on his scarf.
It's decisive evidence for Regina. It's because he's trying. Yeah, it's for Regina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's assume that Regina knew. Let's assume that Regina planned the whole thing. So Regina fucking just threw an entire bottle of pepper at Bat just as a joke. And he put his head inside
Yeah.
the lion's mouth and it attacked him. Okay.
Yeah.
So Regina planned all that. Bat's in the hospital, whatever. Acro does this. He puts this pepper in the box. Regina opens the box. She sees the pepper and goes, aha. Somebody knows. Okay. But Bat has been working with this woman for like 11 years.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck
Mm-hmm.
did he not come to the conclusion that maybe she was just being dumb?
Spite.
Ooh. Okay.
And yeah,
However, no
it
tamed
could be.
animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human.
26. That's.
He could
that's
also
10.
just be very cynical and think that's some sort of facade.
Going at it
that
from
she
since he was
puts on.
9 years old, so 10 years, 19 plus another 7. That's a lot of fucking years.
They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her.
I fucking agree.
Muda.
So then what happened to Acro's brother?
He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident.
I agree.
I see. Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your game theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident?
Ah, shit.
You should say, uh-oh.
But
Suppose it
hey,
was truly an
that's
accident.
just a theory. A circus theory.
It's essential that a man
Thanks for
knows when to
watching.
give up, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
It's impossible to prove Miss Berry's involvement was a murder attempt, isn't it?
Ha! Instigating a lion to attack. Who ever heard of something like that? And to think that the defense claimed that this was conclusive evidence.
Small bottle of pepper. A lion. What's their connection? Oh, gee, I fucking wonder.
What's the matter, Nick?
Oh, gee, boo-boo, I think I have the answer. Right in front of
Hey.
my nose the entire time. Your Honor, wait.
What is it?
The lion-biting bat was no accident at all. What?
What? That's what I said.
You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There's no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being.
She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother. Okay, we're really stretching here, Phoenix. Really, trying to pin a double homicide here.
That's a scarf with nothing of note on it.
Acro. Stop smiling, you creepy bastard. This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct?
Yepper doodle.
And who was the one that gave this scarf to Bat?
It was Regina. Regina gave it to him.
Regina.
There's something more than just blood on this scarf, Your Honor.
And what might that be?
Pepper.
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 Regina gave this scarf to Pepper right before the accident. And she covered it with as much pepper as she could.
Pepper. Pepper.
Pepper. Pepper.
Hey, what's the silent treatment?
I like the idea that the
Close to my
bird just said
eyeball,
pepper.
bro.
Excuse me, Mr. Wright. What? Can you put that bird back in my beard where it belongs? You've done a good job figuring out a criminal.
He really fucking said that, didn't he? Done a good job
Yeah.
of fingering a criminal. That's really
Really what the localization team decided to go with, huh?
Yeah.
I thought Poopy Head was bad, but like, alright.
But out of curiosity, what was her crime? Miss Berry gave a pepper-covered pepper scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that?
I guess criminal negligence could work, but
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Mr. Phoenix Eyes. Wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling?
Pepper.
Smiling. The lion was smiling.
Right
Right.
before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling.
Lions smile.
I've never heard of them smiling. However,
lion sneeze. Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. Reality, all he actually did was sneeze. Sneezed because of all the pepper on the scarf.
What?
you fool!
Pepper, 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 pepper.
You've got to be kidding me. What's the matter, Miss Von Karma?
I eject for ejection's sake.
Overruled.
Mr. Phoenix
I-
Wright, this theory, you believe it? You really intend to say that this is how this joke of an accident actually happened?
Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina
Pepper.
for, I guess, being a teenager, which is pretty stupid, if you ask me. Honestly, fuck this guy. If I'm being completely, Gallery, Your Honor, Francisca, Acro, I guess you're here too, technically.
You're a poopy
Fuck
head.
this guy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You foolish idiot!
Wait! We just heard it!
Ugh.
Mia's finally happy.
It almost does seem like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Pepper. Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright.
Do you stop smiling? You murdered an innocent man on accident.
To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves.
Fuck you. Are you telling me that what I said was true?
Acro.
You don't mean. You can't mean. Witness?
Are you confirming the defense's claim?
Okay, I'll be right back. I give someone permission
Mr. Wright.
to take, Francisca.
Unfortunately,
Gonna do it.
your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. You would write some really great detective novels, but
Shut up.
the pepper, the scarf pepper, the lion, the pepper. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow.
It's almost
Like
a
an
soup.
entire cup of pepper. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem in this theory. A big-time problem.
What would that big time problem be?
The same big-time problem it's always been. Evidence. If I drop Max's enormous bust on top of the very big top circus ringmaster, where's the evidence, the big-time evidence that proves that claim?
You mean the conclusive evidence? The biggest problem with the murder weapon, or lack thereof, must be more precise.
The murder weapon.
The bus that the defense claims was used.
Dude, if that monkey doesn't just come charging into this courtroom right now.
If that were to be found in Acro's room. And if it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes.
Well, since we gotta have ourselves another investigation phase.
Yes, it would be.
Bust.
Oh, look there. Oh, wait.
You gotta do something.
The last step. If I get this one right, the case is won.
Hey, save.
wait.
Save. Whatever you think is right is wrong.
Correct answer is save. I don't actually think I have evidence, though. There's not even any blood on the scene of the crime. They're not gonna let me request to go to the room. They're simply not going to.
Yeah, it's the third day. Why would they let that happen? You have to save twice for good measure, of course.
I mean, like... I'm gonna request. Fuck it, why not? The defense requests to search the room of the witness Ken Dingling. What is it now?
It looks like you still haven't figured things out, have you? By now you must know the meaning of Von Karma Total Justice. You mean... Fuck you, Judge. Now I get to say fuck you back. Von Karma never does anything. We already searched Akro's room yesterday. What did you find? There's no reason to even say it. If we found what we think you found in that room, Akro would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bust was not in the room.
Yeah, that makes sense. Might be worthwhile to search Akro's room, but...
Aren't you gonna search his room? It looks like you finally figured things out, haven't you? Now you know the meaning of the Von Karma Total Justice. It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a goddamn difference.
Cool, nice.
Jack
The
shit.
correct choice all along was to not give a shit. You see, Mr. Wright, the bust wasn't in my room.
Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise. And we took Akro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story.
Wait a second, something's funny about all this. Foreshadowing? Mo?
It looks like you lack the final nail to put into my coffin.
But what about the scarf? What about the note?
What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the very big top circus ringmaster. You should know that by now.
Alright. Well, let me ask you this. Then.
Mm-hmm.
If Max killed him, what the hell was his murder weapon?
That's a good question. That is.
Yeah, so shut the fuck up!
It's not on me to figure that out.
Do something, Nick.
It's not on me
your
either.
job,
I'm the
Chief.
defense. If I can't convict you because I don't have your murder weapon, then Francisca can't convict Max because of his murder weapon.
So to wash then.
Fuck you.
The bust, where is it now?
Here's the bust right now.
You're Phoenix Wright. You know where that bust is. I'm sure you do.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Maya.
It's like a bust tracker. In your mind.
Yeah, you know, Maya, I'm not entirely sure I do know where that fucking
Hey, can I ask
bust
you a
is.
question real quick?
What?
What's the dumbest possible answer?
I don't know, the bathroom? Did he flush it?
No, the dumbest possible realistic answer.
Is it under Mo's bed?
Okay.
Is it
I thought that would
Mo?
work. I thought that would work. Anyways, carry on.
Is
All
it
will be
still in the sky? Is it still suspended above the murder
I'm not
scene?
going to answer your question. I just wanted to know your answers. It seems this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-arguments look to have fallen short. Thank you for your support.
Ike.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright.
No, you're not.
I am also not sorry. I think that brings the cross-examination to an end. Unless...
Hold it! Wait, who? Maya? Is it Maya again? Yep.
You bet it is. Where's Max's bust? I need to know. The defense needs time to prepare to present its case. Sorry, I'm a bit of an idiot. Also, I'm going to bite your tongue.
No! We need time! What?
You must be the most... Fuck. You know what? I'm done with this accent, alright? Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your hate, isn't she?
No, you know what?
Right.
I'll just do Manfred's voice for her.
Do it!
No.
Do it! Oh my god! The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck.
Hey, wait!
know you
Can't be
need luck.
serious!
Acrobats always have their lives on the line, don't they? That's how Acro's lived his life up till now. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose.
Very well, the defense may proceed.
He doesn't have a clue. I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon, unfortunately.
Walking the tightrope of logic, there's no room for a false step. Sink or swim, the only way through is forward.
My accent is back. The murder weapon.
Murder weapon!
There
Where's
it is.
Max's bust now?
Somewhere in this courtroom? Oh, it takes all of my health?
Yeah, you better save.
I want to hit
You better
courtroom
get this
so
right, I'll
bad.
shock you again.
Bitch, if it's in his fucking wheelchair... It's obvious, the bust is inside this very courtroom.
It's obviously where?
Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bust once and for all. Acro. Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Oh my god. Wait, where are his legs? Take the blanket off. You dip.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Aaron
Well-
and Tofu are making quite the racket.
You are a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket, because it seems to me that it'd be really easy to say, hide a bust under there.
Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright.
I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there.
I was
Okay,
up, I'm
Michael's
back.
back. You all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in that condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it. The only place that you could hide it. Under your wheelchair.
Oh, dude, hell yeah! I love this part.
How does it fit down there?
I don't know.
It's to scale, right?
Yeah,
And it's holding big platinum cards?
yeah.
So, did he eat the card? Okay, Acro,
3 feet wide.
It was
yes.
3 feet
Half-
wide.
I have to ask you again. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap? I'm gonna be honest.
Hold on,
I'm
Mr. Wright.
absolutely ecstatic that I managed to guess it before I picking any of the wrong options.
Masterfully played.
What was that whipping sound
You-
effect? There was
you!
no whip.
You fool!
Damn, you were almost a person.
How could you?
You got me. I've been bagged by a real pro.
That sounds so don't make sense for this game.
Actually, two of them.
Slight disagree.
Both you and the
Two of them?
judge did a great job bagging me. The judge and Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What?
There's just one thing I'd like to know. Did you know to launch the surprise search on my room last night? There were two pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash.
Very impressive, considering your room is made of wood.
No, it's actually made of steel.
If you say
Regina
so.
always took my trash out every morning. The bust. Obviously, I couldn't throw that away or burn it. When you exhausted your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust.
How
The only
fucking
place I could hide
tiny?
it quickly was under this wheelchair.
Please give me the graphic. How tiny is it?
You don't. No. Acro's just huge. He's like Broly levels of big.
I want it to be the
Miss-
size of a fucking pushpin.
Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out.
And
didn't you?
Amphibia or Owl House, haven't you already watched Amphibia? Or are you just asking what's better? Because that's a hard question.
Or you
Owl
maybe
House.
just saying TV show names.
That's true.
Yeah. Tiny
Also,
Toons Adventures or
Von Karma,
Chowder.
I was
absolutely did
completely
not have it
sucked
figured
in
out.
by your calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of court hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I can escape that. So you got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, the honorable judge.
You are gonna get so fucked up in prison.
I didn't do a damn thing, but it all makes sense now. I can't believe that Miss Von Karma thought this far ahead. It's amazing.
Shut up. She didn't know anything, alright? If I didn't figure it out until literally half an hour ago, she has not known. Like, a
No.
damn detail, alright?
She's just a really good actor.
Shut up. Definitely couldn't tell by looking at her, but she is extremely stupid, alright? Always remember that, Maya.
I don't
I
think
know
I
I
will.
sure could.
I can't believe it. Me! Make a mistake!
See, I fucking told you.
Why did I order
Yeah.
a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that.
Dumbass.
It seems we finally arrived at the truth.
And just swooshing yourself. What the
Bro.
fuck?
Yes, your honorable judge.
Did you kill the ringmaster of the very big circus, Mr. Russell Bickberry?
Yes, your honor, I did indeed murder
Damn.
the big berry,
Fuck
big
you,
top
Ken!
circus ringmaster, but Russell Berry.
Acro.
Maya, please, his name is Ken.
Oh, I'm okay. Ken Dingling.
Fuck this guy.
All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he'd tease her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way.
That's why she covered the scarf with pepper.
I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen.
Oh, really?
I know.
Did you?
Now I know that. She just wanted to.
Now
make my
I'm
brother
gonna kick
sneeze a
your
few times.
ass.
Well, first you have to pull him out of the wheelchair, Mr. Wright.
Fucking worth it.
But I guess I couldn't forgive her. No matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never, ever being able to understand her.
Dude, I would beat up an infant if they were this unapologetically okay with murder.
Your
I'd beat
brother
up a
became
fucking
star.
cucumber.
Regina believes in that so much that she would laugh innocently when saying it. Too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried.
You are so fucking 5'11". That's when you decided to do something about Regina.
Oh, Dreadful.
So were you saying that all of this, you were a victim as well?
No, that's not what I mean.
Good.
Yeah,
First
'cause I
logical
would-
thing he said.
I'm nothing but a murderer.
Are those
That's who I
tears?
am.
You crying clouds right now.
I'm sorry, it's a genetic condition. Everyone in the
This-
Dingling family.
Is this
has
the
it.
milk bit?
Oh my
At
god!
first,
It's
I
the
thought
milk
I'd kill
bit!
myself. Then I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't.
Oh yeah, physically, you know.
That's why I tried to pin this on Max.
You got really lucky, my
Max,
guy.
I would beat
I'm
up a
so
toddler.
sorry.
A toddler. This dude, 2022.
I just couldn't up and leave yet.
Weirdly enough, not the first time I said that I would beat up a toddler on stream.
This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circuits itself.
I'm an idiot.
He said the line.
I can't believe it. You beat me. Again.
As I said I would. Holy fuck, Maya, that was so close.
I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict.
That shouldn't have been that close, dude. There was
Not
no
guilty.
reason for it to be that close.
God, he is very
there.
pink.
This court is
Spin.
adjourned.
Man, built like a sex
December
toy.
30th, 4:27 p.m. Hold on. I have to pause my my title carding there. What the fuck did you just say?
We all heard it, Mr. Wright.
What the
Even
You gotta say the rest of the
Police
title card,
officer.
man.
A district court, defendant lobby number 5. I'm not letting you go for that one.
Fabulous!
God, ah!
But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this.
I would fucking hope so.
Acro, the ringmaster, Regina, and Bat? Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh?
Acro
Acro.
definitely was.
Acro knew the truth of Bat's coma, and still was like, "I'm gonna murder that 16-year-old girl."
Yeah.
That's a good question, and one that we all know the answer to, because it's very unambiguous, despite how some people might be phrasing it.
Congrats, finally it max 1,000,000 of them. 1,000,001 is too many.
Thank you.
What's with the vibe in this room? It's like somebody
Mo.
got convicted of murder or something.
Shut up, Mo. Shut up.
You're just thinking of murder. No. You should be thinking about how funny I am. If you worry too much
Oh,
about people,
Mo.
you'll never be happy. Ever.
Mo, get a Netflix special, then we can talk.
Huh?
Oh, Christ.
Crying sounds.
She's been like this for a while now.
What?
I'm miserable.
Isn't this what you wanted, Mo?
A little bit.
It's all my fault.
No, it's okay.
Sweetie pie, princess.
Max, don't even try. Take this girl to a doctor, okay? You cannot help her.
Bat and Acro, they're never coming back. Now
Nor your
everyone's
dad.
gonna split up. Oh, it's
that's
fine.
not true.
Oh, it's
Mo
fi-
will always be your
Regina?
friend.
Oh, it's fine.
You totally
my
are
dad's
gonna
a
get
star
new
in the
circus
sky.
mate.
Mr. Wright, tell me something.
What do you want to know, Regina? What?
Acro said something right at the end.
Flashback.
Does that mean that Acro is he gonna try and get his revenge on me?
Of course he.
You know, honestly, my honest answer is yes.
Same. I want to see, of course he is. I didn't have the heart back when I played, but now I do.
I don't even. It's so blunt. Like,
Of course he
there's better ways to word this.
He's coming for you, Regina.
I think that's his plan. But what can you do about it? You did do some awfully bad things to him, Regina.
Jesus
Phoenix.
Christ.
Jesus Christ!
Phoenix! What the fuck?
Please go back!
Yeah, no, I'm going back. I don't want to be this Phoenix, right? Take me to the alternate timeline,
Too
bro.
late. You already are that Phoenix. Even if
Not
you
gonna
don't
do that
choose
to you,
option.
Regina.
Are you sure? You're really sure? I can believe that?
Yep. Cordy. Oh, holy fuck. Ken doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore.
If that's true, then I want to see some evidence.
Honestly, go fuck yourself. No, wait, sorry, hold on.
I want to know you're not just making up that stuff about Acro not wanting revenge.
Holy fuck. Okay.
I
Alright.
actually don't know what you
I
present
don't
here.
remember this.
Photo of Max's award ceremony. Pepper. Unforced. What the fuck?
Maybe your
Orange juice?
badge? Your badge
I think
always
maybe it-
works, right?
You know, the badge
Maybe-
is a good one.
Maybe stab her with the Magatama?
Yo,
I
what
don't-
does the
I-
papers say?
What is what papers? These papers?
That one, yeah.
They're Max's salary negotiations.
Yeah, I think that's the.
You think that's it? I think honestly the attorney's badge has a higher probability of working than that.
Do you want to know the actual answer? Because you're never gonna get
I
it.
sure do.
I'm never gonna get it. Hold on. Give me
What
a
if it's
minute here. Give me a
monkey?
minute. It's not the fucking monkey.
Because
Well,
you
hold on.
only get one shot at this.
You get one shot at this, and then you have to
Well,
load.
I saved though.
You did.
A monkey who takes. Where was the fucking? Where did I find that ring?
Oh god, he felt caught up on the ring.
No, hold on, because Money stole the ring. Did he steal the ring before or after the murder? It doesn't really matter, actually. Because Money stole the ring, he took it back to Acro's room. Acro could have just fucking kept that shit and sold it. I mean, it's not made of real diamond, but still. Where the hell? Did I find it on the ground or some shit? Not that. I'll tell you that right fucking now. I'm gonna try the fucking monkey.
You
Yeah,
were
no, it's not
lying
the
to
monkey.
me.
Hold on.
It's the only one I can't rule out.
The bottle?
Yeah.
There's no shot you get this.
The only way I wouldn't ever get it is if it was a person. But there's no way it's a person.
Oh my fucking god.
What?
You almost had it, actually.
No way.
You got so close! Well, you just got
Wait,
it!
What? I got it.
When you sat there and
Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason.
when you sat there and just hovered over Bat, I kind of sat there and I'm like, no way. No
He
shot.
wanted to see his brother open his eyes again.
Bat?
Regina, he's still alive, you know.
I never knew.
I fucking forgot he was still alive. I've been acting as though he's been dead this entire trial.
But now that Acro's been caught,
Uh-huh.
I know.
What?
I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes, and then until he can meet Acro again.
That's so sweet of you, Regina.
I'm sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Bat.
Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind.
Hey, Max.
What
This is
is
the
it,
part where
Max?
they do like the bro like high five and like, yeah, the only 2 remaining male members of the circus. Fuck yeah.
Ben's
worry,
still,
it'll be
ben,
3 soon
Ben's
enough.
still alive.
We really put you through a lot,
Ah,
didn't we, buddy?
I forgot about
I'm
Ben.
sorry about what happened. So, whenever you'd like to take your leave, I'll pay you a fee and rip up the contract.
I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow.
I mean, your guys' ringmaster's dead, so like your contracts are voided. Probably anyway.
What's gonna happen to the circus now?
That's the big question. I know, of course, but nobody else is privy to that information. Our ringmaster was an amazing person, wasn't he?
Yes. Although,
He's not here anymore. Everyone's sticking together.
Mhm.
Staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. Except Max, I guess. He might even leave tomorrow, he said. That's why I must have made it a bit decision right now. I've decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn this circus into the best goddamn circus the world has ever seen. You hear me?
The best circus the world has ever seen.
Don't laugh.
I'm not laughing.
Quite the goal.
Yay, I can't wait.
No redemption arc?
And I guess that changes things.
I never needed to be redeemed. I was perfect the whole game.
A shining beacon.
There's only one thing that the best circus the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions.
I suppose that's true.
Which means this circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen.
No, you never come back.
Oh. Okay. Then I guess I'll just work for like
why is
a
this the
different circus.
music they chose?
I mean, like, if you don't want me back, you can stop me as a new.
No. We'll take you. All I can say is thank you. You're definitely coming back.
Hey, Regina, you can help them out too, right?
I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me.
I mean, that's just blatantly false. People love you, like to an uncomfortable degree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're a dumbass, Regina. You're definitely coming back. Why do you think I brought you to court today?
What?
To dramatize you. That's right. We gotta work together to make Berry Big Circus bigger than it's ever been. A big
Mo. Max, why'd you just throw cards and not say anything? Oh, there you go.
Mo's right, sweetie pies. Princess, it can't be the Berry Big Circus without one of the berries.
Max. A million Galactica.
Chameleon Galactica.
Seems like everything's gonna turn out all right here.
I can't wait to go see the best circus the world has ever seen.
You know, if it doesn't crash and burn before we get the chance.
We'll see.
We'll save you the most fabulous seats.
It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm gonna order special whoopee cushion seats.
We'll get
Holy
blue
fuck,
for you.
people are gonna hate that!
I'm gonna tell everybody to stand up, and then they'll all sit in unison, and it'll be so funny.
Yes, we'll get special seats. We'll get a blue seat for you, Phoenix, a purple seat for Maya, and a red seat for your boyfriend, Phoenix.
Huh? The man you've never met?
Yesterday's surprise raid.
It's
Really
moving
paid off.
automatically.
Yeah, they all figured out, didn't you?
It was just a theory.
Well, it was just a theory.
Flying,
If Acro really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end.
flying through her teeth.
Especially if he was the defense attorney.
You mean Mr. Wright?
Who
Oh,
said...
no, hold on. Edgeworth
Who
would be telling the truth, though.
said it was Franziska speaking. As for Mr. Acro's case, you need not worry. I plan to personally stop by the Chief Prosecutor's office as soon as I get back.
Wearing blue? Wow, it's crazy. This scene isn't canon.
He's wearing a coat over it. It was the same coat he wore on the boat.
I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Damn, his murder coat? They must be up to something.
The murder coat. Episode 3! End! And
We did it.
episode
Hey,
4.
who's that guy? A new character?
Farewell, my turnabout.
I would like to say my progress, thank you. That's crazy. Why did
Edgeworth.
that one part take 3 hours?
What?
Good question.
Jesus.
I
That
can't
one-
believe we're finally done with the bad part of Justice for All.
And now we get to the best part of Justice for All.
Can we save it?
Well, yeah. We can do it. Well, I would say we can do it next week, but something tells me we won't be seeing you next week.
What?
I can play Phoenix Wright next week.
Are you sure?
Right.
Take a break from my week-long Spider-Man binge to play a
Oh.
little Phoenix Wright.
I appreciate it.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. All right. Well, for now, I'll put us on stream ending. I'm just gonna quickly no, don't. Oh, well, you can. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. And then the backspace just to make sure that it saves the right spot, and then I can Alt F4. All right.
The moment you've all...
Man, I wonder what he was gonna say next.
I mean, it could be anything. The moment you've all...
Yeah.
Eaten for?
The
Been
moment you
saving
roll,
for?
and then just that's it. He ends there.
Just the moment
The
you've all.
moment you've all...
The moment you fall.
All right. Well,
Car revving sounds.
we've done it. We've beaten the big stink of this game.
Moment you've all... Frieza!
Frieza. All right. I'm ending.